Good morning, everybody. This is our astrology weather forecast for May 18th, 2025. I'm super late today with the forecast because I cannot find my microphone anywhere. I've been looking for a long, long time, and then I just gave up and resigned myself that it's buried underneath something in my construction mess, and I'll probably uncover it later today. And when I do, I'll pop in and go live with you. So, May 18th, we have a few things going on. It's kind of a mix when it comes to the potentials. Moon is in Aquarius today. We've got a Mercury-Mars square, which was in effect yesterday, which speeds up our thinking, our doing, our travel, our transit, our opinionating, conversation, how quick we can come back with with our point of view without always being the most attentive to detail. It's more about winning. We have a mitigating influence coming in today that brings kind of a different speed, because we have a semi-square to Saturn that's entering the mix from Mercury to Saturn. So Mercury is squared to Mars. Also, just going to shut the curtains here. Quiet, it's just deer. Stop it. Girls, it's just deer. Just a bunch of deer crossing the front yard there. But that's the kind of things we do with Mercury-Mars squares. We just erupt without warning. When we have Saturn in the mix, it helps us to keep some formality to things, some groundedness. We think about tomorrow. We realize consequences are a thing. And so it slows the speed. Good morning, Michael. It slows the speed at which we think and put our thoughts out there. So we have a little time to reflect, a little time to consider. It helps us to stay out of trouble when we can have a mitigating influence that brings in some kind of conscience. The other thing going on is we have Jupiter in a sextile to Chiron, and it is also in a quintile to Venus at the same time. Yeah, that's interesting. So I have a couple really good layers there. Jupiter in a sextile to Chiron, also quintile to Venus. So there's this potential for expansion, forgiveness, connecting more with our values, and having our values inform more accurately our philosophy. So we're open to healing. So we can be forming some new preferences. We can be more concerned with using our senses making certain choices, preferences, sensual preferences, coming into alignment with more updated, more healed, more mature, more whole aspect of ourselves, version of ourselves. So we can change our tastes. We can have some different philosophies and opinions, guidance systems starting to come online. Jupiter, Chiron, Venus. It's a good complex of aspects there that can make it easier to allow what we really want into our life, because we are healing some of the barriers to that guilt, shame, previously unaddressed wounds, or, you know, pockets of pus within our character, within our personalities. That don't allow us to completely embrace the kind of life of our choosing, what's really, really in alignment with what we actually want. Because when we know what we want and we're living a life that's in accordance to what we want, not what we feel like we should do, or we're obligated to, or we're made to do, or we're controlled by, when it's what we're actually choosing, you are naked in front of the world. You are laid bare. You are so plain. You don't have anything behind. You don't have anything behind. Because nothing is justified. You're not justifying anything. You're just choosing it. You want to be known? Figure out what you want. And then be really prepared for not everybody to accept you or like you. That's the price of authenticity. You're not going to appeal to everybody. So we look at appeal today. Venus, Jupiter stuff. What's appealing? What do we want? What do we choose? How can we have fun with our preferences and not take sensuality so seriously? Really enjoy what it is that we want, and not tell ourselves stories about why it is that we have it, or want it, or desire it. Just honest. You know, I want it because I want it. What does that say about me? If you're ashamed of that, you'll probably find a way to hide it. Have what you want behind closed doors. Kind of like when I was young, I wasn't allowed to eat containers of sour cream. Well, I didn't admit that I really wanted to, because it wasn't okay. But I really wanted to. So I took the container of sour cream and hid behind a corner and ate it anyway. Because I couldn't be honest about what I really wanted. But when the truth came out, it wasn't a big deal. I was just known as the girl that liked to eat containers of sour cream. And that's as far as it went. So when we confront our demons, we confront our shame, we confront our what ifs, if the truth about our tastes and our preferences come out, we can find out, oh, whatever. Not everybody might agree with it. Some people might even be disgusted by it. But what's your container of sour cream? What is it that you like that other people might not? And how do our tastes change? Because maybe we didn't used to like containers of sour cream, but now we do. Or maybe we're like me, where I really used to. So much that I'd hide behind a corner to eat it. And now you won't catch me eating a container of sour cream. It's not my choice. It's not my preference. What do you want? How might it have changed? Maybe we don't want the things we used to, and maybe we want new things. And we have to look at how our identity is wrapped up in that. And if you're really going to get to be yourself, you have to admit your choices. You have to admit what you want, and you have to be prepared to take responsibility for when your preferences and needs and wants change. All right. So I'll check in with you guys when I can find my microphone. You have a good day.